felt as if the care was quite intrusive at the time. A lot of people in the house at the same time, us trying to live whatever was our normal life once Joanna came home from hospital. So I think it was more than I took a decision to look after Joanna myself for some of the time. So in the evenings and early mornings, I was the person that looked after Joanna.
It was okay if I knew them, but sometimes at the door it was show of a carer I knew plus a carer who was brand new that day, and they were saying, "Oh, hi Joanna, such and such has just come and we're going to shower you." Well, excuse me, but I'm not just taking my clothes off for every person that just walks in off the street. No way. So I couldn't understand that, or putting me in that position.
It came to me at one time when it was Joanna's first birthday, having arrived back home, and she wanted to go out with her friends. And what I realised was that her excitement and her nervousness were all intermingling, and that what was actually happening was that she was working herself into a state of anxiety, but through excitement and nervousness. Yes, she wanted to go out with her friends, but she was also worried about it. So what would actually happen is that on occasions like that we would get, she was a bit like a volcano exploding, and she would start off with just little niggling things until at the end of the day it would create a major scenario where in actual fact she didn't go out. So for her birthday night we had this repeat scenario where we timed it, we tried to get her ready without making any big fuss about it, and as she was getting ready she's getting more and more anxious, and we did actually have what I would call a volcanic explosion. Joanna doesn't really remember the situation, because when she did have an explosion of that type she was actually out of control. So we did get a lot of screaming, a lot of shouting, a lot of "I'm not going out," and I was obviously quite determined that because it was her birthday and she'd worked very hard towards organising a lot of people going out together, that she would actually make that that evening by hell or high water. One of her friends that we had arranged for this friend to come and travel with us on that particular evening happened to come to the door at just the worst moment we were having, but because she actually arrived, Joanna was immediately distracted and Joanna went into a different mode, and that was the mode that, you know, hello to her friend, and well, what are we going to do when we get to town? And Joanna then began to calm down, and she actually managed to go out on that birthday night out.
If I want to do anything with my friends or family, I plan that as well. And I used to be very, very anxious before going out into the town on a night time with my friends, because there was so much to worry about. So they really helped me cope with that, and taught me more about planning things takes a lot of the anxiety away from me. So I didn't believe them, but then I tried it out and it worked. Can't believe it, they were right again.
I think Joanna's had some very good support with her cognitive abilities or disabilities since Rehab UK came to support her. She had very little help on the cognitive side in the past.
If I've been out all night and I'm quite tired, and then my friend invites me out the next night, no, that's a big decision to make. Yes, I want to go because it will be good, but I'm already worn out from the first night out. But that's when this comes to rescue, this decision-making diagram, because I can work it out from there, and then I can cope with things better.
Well, I would say that Joanna has made remarkable progress. I think that from the very, very beginning, we were told that Joanna may well be in a vegetative state. That's what we actually was told to us. And Joanna has come on in leaps and bounds. She's been completely motivated and enthusiastic about her own progress. From the very, very beginning, Joanna would say, even to a physio, for instance, I want to do what that person's doing, and she would get up and do it, and that means getting on her feet, standing up. She's really made remarkable progress, and it's all down to her own enthusiasm and dedication towards reaching her goals.
I just feel my recovery is like a battle, and I love to win.